to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. Today is Wednesday, August 7th, and a little birdie told me it's the first day of school for a lot of you at home this morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your first day forecast.
It will start out very comfortable this morning, Madison, but hot temperatures for later on this afternoon. A 72 warm beginning to the day here in and around Whitesburg with a partly cloudy sky. Some foggy patches as we look across the region. You can see some clouds in the background here at Hazard. Our temperatures beginning the day at 68. So again, a warm beginning to the day with some foggy spots. Visibility Williamsburg down to 2.5. Harlan, 1.5 miles. There's probably some spots that even have locally lower visibility than some of the areas we're seeing here. Temperatures this morning, though, as I mentioned, overall fairly comfortable in the upper 60s and low 70s, even some mid 70s there towards Jackson and Monticello. Satellite radar shows just a few clouds passing through the area through the night tonight, or at least from the night tonight into this morning, and we'll have on and off clouds in the area today. A couple of showers and thunderstorms are a possibility later on. High temperatures will climb up into the 90s. It will cool down, but it looks rather dry for the next several days. I'll show you the full forecast coming up, Madison.
All right, Mace, thank you. As the Harris campaign looks for Walz to broaden the ticket's appeal to moderates and independents, former President Donald Trump's campaign is responding to Harris's decision to bring Tim Walz onto the ticket. At a rally in Philadelphia yesterday, Republican vice presidential candidate Senator J.D. Vance said Governor Walz was selected by the, quote, Hamas wing of the Democratic Party.
Kamala Harris listened to the Hamas wing of the party. She selected Tim Walz, a guy who wants to ship more manufacturing jobs to China, who wants to give illegal aliens driver's license, and who wants to make the fentanyl crisis that we just heard about so much worse.
Vance also said he called Governor Walz to offer congratulations and said he'd be open to debating him as it's, quote, the right thing to do. Harris's VP announcement has also raised questions like what's next for Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. Beshear was previously considered on the unofficial shortlist of VP contenders. We talked to political science experts who say the governor's fate is really anyone's guess. He has previously stated he would be open to going where he feels he can best serve Kentuckians, but the opportunities for him to do so are limited.
There are lots of opportunities to serve your country if that is what he wants to do. But in terms of Kentucky politics, this is pretty much the end of that unless he wants to run for Senate, which I don't foresee.
In a statement from Governor Beshear, he says although it was an honor to be considered in the VP vetting process, Tim Walz is, quote, a great friend and a great choice. Some Kentuckians are asking how recreational marijuana sales in Ohio might affect them. Could Kentuckians drive north to buy marijuana and bring it back despite it being illegal here? Phil Pendleton and photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw look at the potential impact on the Commonwealth.
Fayette County Attorney Angela Evans has concerns about Ohio's recreational marijuana sales going live and Kentuckians shopping at a dispensary and potentially bringing it back into the Commonwealth.
And like you said, people coming back and using it or, have used it there. I mean, I am concerned about the driving under the influence.
County Attorney Evans wants to remind people that Ohio has its laws and Kentucky has its own state laws.
It's still illegal here, and that's what I don't want people to be confused about.
Lauren Bratcher is the Deputy Director of Kentucky Normal, part of a national organization that has fought to reform marijuana laws since 1971.
And I do think a lot of people are going to go to Ohio to purchase. People already go to all the other recreational markets like Michigan.
You risking being in trouble, which that I think it don't make any sense for real.
This man's talking about those who bring the marijuana products back with them into the bluegrass. He's been in trouble himself, and he says he caught a misdemeanor case for simple possession, 2 days in jail, and $1,000 in court fees.
And I didn't have I didn't even have a gram.
He says he has plans to check those dispensaries up north, and he hopes Kentucky goes recreational soon.
It's so close, so more people gonna wanna go right there and bring it back. But hopefully they consume there and then come back.
In Lexington, with photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Fayette County Attorney Angela Evans says her office has been handling marijuana possession cases with $100 fines. However, they can increase these fines depending on the number of related charges. Senator Mitch McConnell stopped in eastern Kentucky. He was in McCreary County to talk about issues he says are most pressing for the nation and Kentucky. He discussed the war in Ukraine and U.S. involvement with conflicts in the Middle East. He says military defense and foreign policy should be the biggest focus for the next several years. Senator McConnell also pointed to inflation and border control as the biggest issues for the country right now. Yesterday, the National Transportation Safety Board started its two-day hearing about the mid-flight blowout of a door panel back in January. Executives from Boeing and its subcontractor Spirit Aerosystems are being questioned about the frightening incident on board a 737 MAX jet during an Alaska Airlines flight. A preliminary NTSB report found that 4 bolts that helped secure the door plug were not replaced after a repair job in a Boeing factory.
Caution here. This isn't a PR campaign for Boeing. What we want to know is what happened in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, leading up to this, leading up to what happened in January.
Earlier this year, the FAA put a cap on Boeing's production of 737 MAX planes until its safety measures improve. School officials in Clay County are working to help more people with their FAFSA forms. Redbird Christian School hosted its annual back-to-school bash. While welcoming returning students back, school counselor Melanie Adams says they want to help people fill out their FAFSA application. She says they want to work with more people than just their students.
And we are available after this event to help people with their FAFSAs. They just need to make an appointment. So it doesn't matter to me if you're a student at Redbird, former student at Redbird, or you just moved here to the area. We don't care. We just want to help you get this accomplished. So tonight we will have help here with our care representative, and then after the fact they can make an appointment here at the school with us and we'll get them taken care of.
Adams says whether you plan to attend a four-year university, trade school, or community college, it is important to fill out a FAFSA form. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, young men's mental health is often overlooked, but one speaker is traveling the world to help men everywhere open up.
A hot day today. Comfortable this morning, though. Temperatures in the upper 60s. The bus stop for this afternoon, it'll be warm. Upper 80s and low 90s with a couple of storms. Full forecast is straight ahead.